Hello everyone, this is Bajdesan Shahid. Today we are going to see the simple tutorial about age and gender detection process, where we will select some particular images and we will check that whether it detects perfectly or not. So at first we will go to this browser and we'll go to the Google Colab. So Google Colab is very easy to use and it is very efficient for us. So we will use this Google Colab. So in this Google Colab, at first we have to create a new notebook. So new notebook is done. So now we need some images from where we can detect age and gender. So for this images we can create a repository in our Google GitHub, and from this GitHub we can clone this repository in this Google Colab. So we can create so I will go in my GitHub account. So I already created a repository age and gender detection where I upload some images like you can see. So we just need to clone this repository in this Google Colab. So we will write git clone and this repository link. We just copy and paste it here and .git. Finally, I will run this cell. And it will take some times and it will clone this repository in this Google Colab. So it is already cloning and it is already done. So if we click these files, so we can see already this age and gender detection file is here. So now we will create another cell and we will go in this directory age and gender detection. So for that we will write cd and this file name age and gender detection, and we just simply run it. So this is done and we will create another cell. Now we need some pretend data. So for that we will download this pretend data from Google Drive link. So we will just write g down and the Google Drive link. So as we know from Google Drive, whatever we download, it is downloaded as a zip file. So we have to unzip this file. So we'll write unzip and this file name. So we just simply run this cell. So it is downloading. So pretend data already downloaded, and now we will create another cell, and in this cell we will just import some library. As we know, in the Google Colab library are already installed. We just import this library. So we will import cv2, which is OpenCV library. It is very famous library in Python, and we will declare as it is cv, as name is cv. So we import another library math. We'll import time, and we need a image show method from OpenCV to which will help us to see the images. So for that we will write from google.colab.patches and import cv2 image show. So this is done and we will run this cell. So now we will create another cell, and this cell we will write all the codes. So I already have this code, and we just simply copy all the code from here and just paste it here. You will find these codes in my GitHub account. So in the last part of video, I will try to explain my all the codes. So now we will run this cell, and finally we have to create another cell, and here we can show the images. For that we will write input equal cv.imageRead, and for example 2.jpg, which is in my repository. Now output is a gender detector input. Now we will write cv2 image show and output. So this is done. Now we will run this cell, and we can have an image. So it will take some time, as our image size is large. Okay, so here is our image, and it is correctly working. So here it is showing the male, and age is 25 to 32, and though I am not 25 years old, but it is close enough, right? So we will check another image like 3.jpg, and we will run this cell. So here we can see it is absolutely perfectly showing the result, which is a female, and age is 15 to 20. So she is Aliza Shah, Pakistani actress, and her age is 20. So it is perfectly showing. So we'll check another image. Let's take image 6.jpg, and we'll run this cell. And here we can see it is also perfectly showing the baby girl female 8 to 12 age. So finally we can see another image, which is 7.jpg, and I will run this cell, and here it is also working fine. Male, and his old is 60 from 60 to 100. So now, as I told that I will explain my code in the last part of video. So let's go to the code. So here we see, at first we define a function which is getFaceBox, which has 3 parameters, as we see. So after that, here frame opencv.dnn equal frame.copy. This line is for actually we see this box frame. So here for that this is. Then we take a frame height and frame width. First of all, frame height is 0 index, and frame width for a 1 index. Then we call this blob in this line, net.setInput blob. Then we take a list, so with b boxes, and this is the empty list, and these boxes for that frame. So here we take a for loop. Here we see that there is a detection.shape2, that means for I from this range, and here this shape2 is for 0 and 1 index, this for 2 shape. Then we declare confidence detections, and if confidence is greater than conf threshold, this conf threshold is actually from here we declare it is the 0.7. so if it is greater than 0.7, then it will go this way. Here frame is a rectangular form, so here we know that there will be 4 shape like x1, y1, x2, y2. Here it is first width is x axis, and height is y axis in this way. So After that, here is boxes.append. So we actually push this data in these boxes. So for Python, this is boxes.append. Then we call this rectangle box in this, and here we see that first x1 y1 and x2 y2, and this is actually color code 02550. Here we can see this box is like this color, so this code is for color. Then we take it as a round shape, like if we divide this 150, then we can get a float value. So for that we take this as a round, that we can get a round value. Then we just return this frame open cv and boxes. So here this is a patent data as we import, as we download from the Google Drive. This patent data is here, we call this data as you see. So then we take a mean values, like these three mean values. It is actually comes from the deep learning statistics method. So here we take this mean value. Then we take age list as 0 to 4 to 6, 8 to 12 in this way. So for example, if anyone old is 2 years old, then it will show 0 to 2, like this man. For example, his age is 80 years old, and it is showing 60 to 100 in this way. So then we take another list, gender list, which is male and female. So it is showing that male or female. That's it. And after that, it is a load network code. Here we load this network. Then we declare padding as a 20 value. So here we declare this padding value 20. Then there is another function which is age gender detector. This function is called mainly detect this age and gender. And frame face boxes, get face box, here face net and frame, two parameters. And here we use another for loop, which is a box in boxes. We can use as a range also, so we just use a box in boxes. Here we take this face variable from box padding. Then here is a blob, and this blob is like a face, and here is the mean values, model mean values. And here is swap rb equal false, so we don't need to swap, that's why it is false. Then we call this blob in this set input. Here is a gender and gender list, where it is index 0 or argument mask. So gender is to male and female, it can be shown from here. Then ageNet dot set input blob and age pairs ageNet dot forward. In this way we call these others, and here it is label, and we know this is as a showing this format, gender and age, like if it will show gender before and after age. So if we call this age and gender, then it will show age before and after that gender. So this is the label. And for after that it will show the text, and text font is this font Harsha Simplex, and here is a color code. For we see this color code is 0255 and 0, and this yellow color for that 0255 and 255, and after that it will show in one line, that's why cb.line a. And after that finally it will return frame face. So that's all about this code. So if we look for a summary, then at first we have to clone the git from the repository. You can easily create a repository and upload those images. Then we have to go to this age and gender detection folder, and after that we have to download the pretend model. So there are a lot of pretend model, so we can download and use this pretend model. So this link you can find in my description box as well. Then it will unzip this file. After that we have to import these libraries. So we import the cv2 library, which is OpenCV library. It is a very famous library in Python, which is used for computer vision basically. And after that code, and finally we can show the output. Finally we have to copy this file in the GitHub account. So we will go these files and save a copy in GitHub. So it is coming. So before we upload this GitHub, we can change this file name. So we can click here and we can write here age and gender detection. That's it. So that we can copy in this GitHub. So it will be main branch. So that's it. And look, this repository age and gender detection. It's okay. So okay. So just we just copy this file in this repository. So here is creating a copy, and it is already copied in this age and gender detection. So it takes some time. So here we see that this is already here in this repository. So that's how we can copy this file in this our repository. So that's it. That's all about age and gender detection. I hope you guys understand. So thank you so much. See you in the next time.